So this isn't about being self-conscious, but we'd be lying if we said we didn't want to make a good impression. Especially on someone that, we want to take home and just get to know a little bit better. But no, seriously, of course, someone that we actually want to get to know as well. Now I know that as a woman, when you're going out to meet a guy, there is so much you put into getting ready to go meet him. Eyeliner, blusher, lipstick, outfit, what bra you wear, if you wear a bra. And the truth is, while all of that will go appreciated, most guys are going to notice the simpler, more bolder things before he notices any of that. And I'm going to go through 5 things a guy first notices about a woman on a first date so you know exactly what areas to make a good impression. Before we get into that, I am having one-to-one, so if you want to level up your love life today, just click that link below. First thing a guy notices is hair. I think hair is the single most important thing that can make or break a look. And this goes for guys and girls. Now, generally, probably you as a woman, you probably take better care of your hair than most guys out there anyway, so I wouldn't even worry too much about it. But this is definitely the first thing that he'll likely appreciate about you. Even when people say that they like blondes or brunettes or redheads or dark hair, all talking about their hair. Now, he may not notice what blusher you use, but he'll definitely take notice of how you decide to wear your hair. Honestly, you could wear minimal makeup, but as long as your hair's looking good, most guys are going to find you as attractive as if you had a full face of makeup. Next thing a guy notices is your smile. Not what your smile is or what it looks like, but how much you smile. People who smile more often than others bring in more positivity and warmth with them. It's sort of that inviting energy that draws people to you. And if you have a nice smile, it's only in your interest to show it off. I will notice that the more you smile at him, naturally the more he's going to be smiling back at you, because when we like someone, we tend to reflect what they're giving us. And that encourages you both to be finding enjoyment in the moment, to keep the energy light, and to just be playful. And life is about playing, right? That's why we're here. Next thing a guy notices is politeness. I have to be honest, there is nothing more unattractive than someone being rude to staff or civil servants of an establishment. How we handle a situation when somebody has made a mistake towards us is a big reflection of how we would handle conflict within a relationship. If it's the sort of thing where somebody did us wrong by mistake while we're out in public and we just verbally annihilate them, it's going to make the other person think, wow, is this how they're going to be with me if we ever have a disagreement? Or worse, it can make them feel that they need to be walking on eggshells around us, which means that they won't be able to be completely themselves with us. And if we can't encourage a space and environment with someone where they feel that they can be their authentic selves with us, then it's going to be much harder to connect with that person on a deeper level. How someone treats a stranger is a big sign of their character. Next thing that a man will notice is what you think about men. And especially in this modern era, this is a big one for a lot of guys. Because let's be honest, there is a lot of bad-mouthing men in the dating space online, right? Girls sharing their experiences with toxic guys and how this guy didn't stand up to the plate and how this guy should have done more, about how this guy just wasn't it because of, I don't know, maybe his height or because he didn't pay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there aren't toxic guys out there. There are. But a guy does pay attention to a girl's general attitude towards men. Whether she thinks that there are some good men out there and some bad men, and she's just trying to find her good man, or whether she just thinks all men are trash. Because he'll think, well, if she does think that all guys are trash, then why is she here on a date with me? Is she just using me for a night out? Is she just using me for a free meal? Now I understand why it can seem good to take this level of approach with a guy. We can think, oh, well, if I take this approach with him, then that means he'll make extra effort with me. Because I've shown that to get me, he has to really prove that he's a good guy. Now, why it could happen like that? What actually usually happens is that a guy just thinks a girl is too jaded to appreciate the efforts that he makes with her. He may think that maybe you're freshly hurt, and he may worry that he has to deal with a lot of emotional baggage. Now, while it is nice to think, okay, well, if a guy likes me and wants me, then he'll make the extra effort to bring my walls down, we have to remember, this is the first date. He doesn't know you, and thus doesn't know if you are worth the extra effort. Now, if he did know you before, like maybe you were friends before or you were in the similar circles where he's connected with your personality and then you started dating, then maybe he'll go, yeah, I have recognized her personality that I connect with and vibe with. okay, I'll make a bit more of an effort and have a bit more patience in her being open with me. That's absolutely fair enough. But if it's the first date and the first time that you've met, how's he supposed to know that you're worth it or not? Because yes, a guy may find a woman very attractive, but any man of substance isn't just going to continue pursuing it with her purely because she is attractive. He pursues her because she wants to reciprocate the energy that he is giving to her. He's much less likely to pursue a woman he feels he's starting below zero. And so he has to prove that he's not a bad guy. Ultimately, the approach we should take is to give everyone the benefit of the doubt until they give us reason otherwise. Because as a woman, your beauty will attract him, but it's your energy that's going to keep him. The next thing a guy notices is, do you offer to contribute? Yes, when the bill comes, do you offer to either pay your share of the bill or maybe to take care of the tip? Or is it just absolutely crickets from you? Guys see this as a reflection of how much do you see it as an experience that you are sharing together, as opposed to just him providing the experience for you and covering everything for it. And most guys will never tell you this, but the truth is, especially nowadays, whether a woman offers to pay or not is the first shit test that he has for a woman. And I just want to make it clear, it is not about the money. It's about how much does this person want to be a teammate, or at least make the effort to be. Because a girl who doesn't at least offer on the first date, especially when they've just met him, and no one owes each other anything, you don't owe him anything, he doesn't owe you anything, you're just two people sharing a space to try and get to know each other better. A girl who doesn't at least offer just comes across as entitled to a guy. Now the caveat is, most guys will pay, especially if he enjoyed the date and he wants to see you again. And it's completely fine if you like a man to pay. It's fine if you want him to pay. But just because you want him to doesn't mean you should expect him to. Because when it becomes an expectation, it means that it goes unappreciated. And that's all guys want. They want to do things for a woman, they just want it to be appreciated, because that's the biggest reason he continues to do things for a woman. And that will decide whether he wants to continue investing and doing things for you. Does any of these signs surprise you? Anything on there you're like, yeah, I was definitely conscious of that, or you're like, oh no, I had no idea? If you're looking for a guy who spices up your love life, make sure you subscribe to this wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick.